now. Down the eastern side of the ground, long kick, looking for Hune out there. It is too wild. No, he keeps it in. Hune does very well. As he gains 35, 40 metres, and he loses the contest at the finish. As the ball is a whistle on play. So free kick to Belmont Lions, halfback flank, and he's done well. Van Uy, as Andrew mentioned, long kick towards centre wing. Nearly a mark out there to the Corio side, hooked inboard, again a terrible kick, finds Miller in the way for Belmont Lions. So just outside defensive 50, Miller goes wide. It is very, very wide, but the boundary umpire, he put his arm up and didn't blow the whistle. Back into the corridor, McGuinness for Belmont Lions. And, they're playing with a lot more confidence, Grubby, than they were earlier, but that's not a good kick. Nah. Mark not taken by Werner on that occasion for Corio. Back, kick off the ground, and they gain 4.
Hold the ball.
And umpire, that's a pretty stock standard easy decision on that occasion. As young O'Toole, you can't do that. You're playing seniors now, not kids footy. O'Toole picked the footy up 20 yards behind the mark and decided to go.
Tell you what, though, he's like his Uncle Barry and Uncle Ricky. He'll try anything.
So a little chip pass, and that's good work. Finds teammate there.
Hutchison.
It is Hutchison, wearing the number 25. As he comes in now. Kicks it goalwards. Oh, terrible kick, and mark not taken there by the Belmont defence, but following up well.
Backed up well, didn't
he? He goes towards centre wing in great position, unable to take the mark. Jeffrey, ball comes to ground, over the top by Laurie, looking for Perchek. Doesn't get to where the footy dropped, and Belmont Lions going for the defensive boundary and find it. Almost adjacent to the interchange area. 2.5 minutes gone, third quarter. No change to the halftime score. Corio 8-7. Belmont Lions 6-3.
Standard of the game has dropped appreciably too, I reckon.
Off hands, big Stewie's put a hand firm in McGuinness's back, and the umpire's picked it up. McGuinness will get the free kick right in front of the scoreboard. Little chip kick sideways and finds McCormick. He's been very good for the Lions today. Plays on quickly, goes round Stewart, drives the ball long, looking up there for Duggan, and over the top. Can he take the mark? No, doesn't bring it to ground. Nearly did though, I tell you. In there was fighting hard as Werner for the ball. Umpire says, give it to me, and we'll ball it up, and that will be about 35 metres directly in front of goal. The ball up will occur.
Tell you what, another day, another umpire, and I tell you what, that may well have been. I'm not saying it should have, but it may well have. It was close.
So Duggan will now do the ruck work against Stewart, which will be a big ask. Stewie gets a big thump of the ball, drives it forward, and it goes back to McGuinness, who dropped back a kick behind play. Got a little slap in the mouth there, gets to Miller. He's hit as he's disposed of the ball. Pegg in the race for the ball there. Comes off hands, Perchek on the outside. McGuinness puts his head in over the ball for the Belmont Lions. Comes out to McCormick. Around the back there comes Kristen Jeffrey. He goes out wider. Looking for his Belmont assistants, comes in looking for Canavan in front of goal. Can't bring the ball to ground. Again, it was a 2-on-1 contest against Canavan. Picked up by Rhett Smith. He snaps back into the danger zone in the middle.
Good defence.
But the mark will be taken by Cheney. He will bring the ball out right in front of the commentary box. Picked up there by Hutchison, or not quite picked up. Struggled with it in the end. Ball comes back to Berg. He goes round one, goes round two, gets his kick away. Heads up to the scoreboard. And dropping back there and taking the mark was McGuinness, again, who's going that kick behind play. Bad handball to Van Uy. He gets the ball disposed. Hunter's disposal was terrible. It's to Pegg of Belmont Lions. He shrugs off too. Ball smothered by Cheney. Comes back to Hunter. It comes back to the Belmont Lions player in Pegg. A little bit of push and shove going on there. Couple of wishes thrown.
There's a couple of haymakers thrown, all right.
Rankin
look out, it's on for young and old umpire.
Rankin with the ball comes to Canavan. Canavan takes the mark. Canavan takes the mark. 35 metres from goal.
There was nothing.
Blue's still going on. Bit of air work going on out there. Umpire.
Pathetic umpiring.
I
saw 3 or 4 that better than
well, unfortunately, so did the umpire. He had to see them.
And did nothing. That's
and from both players from both teams. I'm not going on any side, but both players both threw punches. It was a bit like
The bloke on
State of Origin
bloke
on
on Wednesday night, wasn't it? Canavan with the ball. Deliberate running gave us plenty of time to talk about it. Kicks through the ball. Goes sideways. The umpire, is it through?
I think it's a goal.
Yeah. There should have been some plastic coming out of his sock.
You would have thought so. In the centre, Stewart get the tap down, has to do the roving as well. Umpire is letting it go. Lazarick, terrible handball, goes out wide. Now it's in the half-forward area for Belmont Lions. Duggan pushed in the back by his opponent, picked up Wade for Corio, goes towards centre wing. Numbers out there, 2-1 with Belmont Lions. And right at the moment, Grubby, Belmont.
Just maybe a send-off to each player just to cool down and get a bit of momentum back, you know.
So Stewart took the ball from the ruck contest, gets it towards half-forward. Again, the numbers with Belmont Lions, 3-1. There's the ball kicked along the ground by Hune for Corio. He comes back, the ball's come in board. Now there's a free kick again.
There was no need to do that.
It's going to
Ben Miller, I reckon it might be.
Miller. In fact, you're spot on. Miller now chips the ball along the line. That's a good mark again for Belmont Lions, covered in mud.
My man Van Uwe.
So Van Uwe's had a very good game so far towards half forward. In the way there for Corio is Werner. Handball to the player running. Now they chip forward, but they've had no forwards for quite a while. Burke drops a mark he should have taken. Ball picked up for Belmont Lions, back to the middle of the ground. All Corio there. You're not going to win the game with blokes in defence. You've got to get blokes up forward as it's 3-1 again. Numbers with Belmont Lions at centre half forward for Corio. Coming in, grabbing the ball was Hutchison, weaves his way out. He's tackled with or without the ball. With the ball, said now.
And we're getting seesawing from centre half forward to centre half forward.
So McGuinness basically uncontested in the ruck tap there. Picked up by Laurie for Corio towards half forward. Almost good mark Corio, but drop of the footy. It's all Belmont Lions towards half forward. Numbers have got back there for Corio as Wade over the top, and that's a good hand now. They can break it out. Oh, that's a terrible kick for from the Corio defence. Now they pick up over the top, looking for and finding Laurie. Laurie now chips along the line, looking for Burke. Can't find him. Very close to, in fact, over the boundary line. And they're not, even their confidence in their kicking and running, Grubby, is not there for Corio since quarter time.
Look, the execution wasn't there, but the
ball comes down. Sean Miller will be underneath the tap. Van Uwe underneath it. It was a throw by Van Uwe. It was an obvious one. Came to Edwards Lovett. Brings the ball up the boundary line. But that will be intercepted there by Potriadis. Potriadis for Corio goes into the centre of the ground. Wasn't a great kick. Finds Perchek. He goes round his body into the middle of the ground. Hogan has let Burke get away from him. So Burke drives the ball long now, looking for on the outer side of the ground and finding his compatriot. Is that
Hune?
Is that Hune out there? I think it might be on the far side of the ground. Grubby's got the binoculars on him. Sure. Although it's the could be the same arm art as Jason Burke, quite possibly.
No, he's got the tats. I think it is Hune.
Yeah, it's Hune.
Kick it to Cuda.
Hune comes in. We haven't talked about Essendon Carlton yet, Grubby. Hune.
It's
kicks through the ball. It is Jason Burke, as he turns on us. And Jason Burke has kicked that from 55 metres out.
Carlton,
I don't care. I was up and about.
Set rubbish.
Ball's back in the middle. McGuinness wins it down. I thought I'd set you off at some point during the day. Comes to Burke. Working hard. Comes off hands. Gives the ball by hand, I think, to Hunter. Hunter goes round the corner. But intercepted back there was Tom Perry.
They've got to hang in here, Belmont, now. They really have to hang in.
Goes out wide and finds, I think it might have been Rankin out there on the outer side, on the cricket net side of the ground. Ball comes off hands. They've gone behind the scoreboard, so I've got absolutely no idea what's going on.
Out of bounds, I reckon.
The boundary umpire has blown his whistle, thank God.
It's a lack of awareness. The Corio player had the footy.
They've had the first part of this quarter. They've been easily the best side. They haven't scored enough, Eric.
Off hands, ball comes down there. It was Jeffrey, little fellow who went up in the ruck and got the most of the ball. Came off hands to Laurie. Laurie drives the ball forward for Corio. Leading in the race there was Hunter. Couldn't get onto it though, intercepted by Ben Miller. He'll go around the boundary and he will find McGuinness. But the boundary line, I think, will assist him. No, McGuinness gets away from the ball, shrugs one off. Miller cleans up again then, comes around the outer side of the ground looking for Canavan. Long way up out of the goal square for Canavan. Comes off McCormick. He'll go over the top to no one in particular. Off hands it comes. Through it was Cornwall. Then off hands was Werner. Werner, picked up there, I think it was. Or sorry, no, it was Chris Parker.
Holding the man.
Holding the man against Chris Parker, and the ball will go back to him right in front of the Corio coach's box. Half-back flank for Corio. Options in the middle, and he'll find one of those options, but it's into the sun, makes it hard, gives the ball to Werner. True centre-half back position now. Drives it to centre-half forward. Good kick.
That's a beautiful
Great kick to Yataki. He's going to break through, go round one. He goes round a second one. He'll go for goal. No, sees a short option. Finds BJ O'Toole in the pocket. Right, very acute angle though. He possibly could have gone for home, Yataki. But O'Toole will have the ball. He will kick for goal from a very acute angle. 20 degrees at least.
Hune on a 1-on-1 in the goal square, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he had to go to O'Toole because O'Toole didn't have a player within 25 metres. I think he thought he might have taken off and run on, but he couldn't do that.
So this will test the young fella's kicking. BJ O'Toole kicks through the ball.
Oh,
Great
that's
kick from a young fella. That is no doubt.
Yeah, what he's done has been
Very
quite
good.
classy.
Yep.
As the ball comes down to Edwards, love it. Kick quickly to half forward. Mark could have been taken by the Corio defender there in.
Good play.
Picked up there by Canavan, was it not? He's going goalward, but he's missed by a long margin, and I don't think I've seen Chris Canavan miss
that.
So ball out of bounds in front of the social club here at Winter Reserve. Tap down for Belmont Lions to advantage. Oh, that's a magnificent bit of roving.
Beautiful.
And when he gets up, we'll find
Sean Miller.
It was Sean Miller again. So
Shane Miller, sorry.
Shane Miller, terrific.
Goal that's been kicked up this end of the ground for the whole game.
And I don't know why.
As the ball goes back up in the middle and was got down by Fisher, who's come back on the ground to take the ruck work, but Corio will clear the ball. Berg shrugs off one tackle, goes through, gets a little shepherd from Lazarick, bowing back into the hole is Perry, should take the mark, can't bring it to ground. Yes, he can mark it on the second grab, brought it into his big mitts. He's going to go out wide, he's going to look for Christian Jeffrey on the outer wing, and he will take a mark. Corio man arrived just slightly late and couldn't get there in time, looking for McCormick.
Well
McCormick, big punch over the top, and the ball will be out of half forward flank. Short throw in, had to race for the ball. Fisher fell into his hands, comes to the hands of Edwards, love it. He gets a scrubby kick away, but it's going to be intercepted there by Chris Laurie again. He'll drive the ball back long into the centre half forward position. Running off play, coming out there might have been Berg, I think it was, got the kick away, but leading out there in the race for the ball is Ground. Ball comes back in. Fisher gets the tap, drives it over the top, comes to Lazarick, gets it away, finds Barry O'Toole in the middle. He'll go around, went to kick around the body, but then changed his option to go to the outside. Wasn't a good choice, and Rankin will take the ball for the Belmont Lions, drives it up the home side wing.
But the one in the middle, that was a magnificent piece of work.
So ball thrown back in. Lazarick again in and under the ball. Comes off hands, picked up there by Rhett Smith. Gets it away over the top to Pegg. Pegg goes over again. Looking there and finding for Reethus. Reethus tackled by opposition player. It's Duggan now with the ball. Can he get it? He gets a step off one step, turns it round his body, back to the top of the goal square. Shane Miller. Fantastic mark, Shane Miller, right on the point of the goal square. Outdid two Corio opponents.
Out of the three, yeah.
Outdid his two Corio opponents. Great mark, Shane Miller. He is going to line up from about 3 metres out, 45-degree angle. I'm going to write this one down, Grubby, I'm telling you.
Oh, no, don't write it down yet.
Shane Miller, in he comes. Kicks through that one. Now I can write it down. Shane Miller will kick his third.
Yeah, and that was all due to not letting Lazarick hit it towards the boundary line.
So in the middle, again, Belmont Lions, they get the clearance and go goalwards. One kick and it's at full forward. There's Miller again, leads in the race for the ball, and he's got a bit too much class there for Van Zyl as the ball very close to the boundary line. Over it is, and in front of the social club here at Winter Reserve.
This is what we were talking about, Eric. They need 2 or 3 in a row. They've got 2 now, another one, and look out.
The Duggan doing the ruck work, comes down to Edwards, love it. Off a step, goes towards full forward. Barry O'Toole standing firm, unopposed, takes the mark. Now they've really got nothing to go to, Corio. They need to start running and creating space. Wade takes the mark, goes towards centre wing.
Well, that's a free.
There's a free kick against.
He grabbed hold of him.
Yeah, it was against Hune on that occasion. As now the ball comes back from whence it came. Werner takes the mark at centre half back for Corio. Gets the call from Perchek, goes wide. And, is in trouble. The kick was too high, too slow. Yeah, the forwards to get in place. 20 metres out from the goals. Yeah.
That's another free.
Well, I reckon it wasn't a free kick. I reckon he staged it.
I'll agree with you there 100%.
Umpire fell for it, and Duggan, doesn't matter how much you protest, the umpire made his decision, a poor one.
Dive forward like Matty Lloyd then, did Duggan?
Yeah. And the opportunity here to get the game back to 3 or 4 points with Duggan, 3 to his name already, 25 metres out, 45-degree angle, about to move in. positive approach. A beautiful kick
Look
off
at
the
that.
boot. That was never, ever going to miss, I wouldn't have thought. And that's the
Tifton now. And if you had said this was going to be the score at quarter time, Eric, I'd have called you a goose.
Back goes the ball. Fisher probably got the most of that for the Belmont Lions. And it was poor and he went backwards, which went to the advantage of Corio. Werner in underneath there, trying to get the ball out. Stack players fall on the ball. Umpire's got to blow the whistle, and he has. 35 minutes into the last quarter. I reckon Werner again, he got the best of that ruck. Set our forward position. Ball came out to Podriatis, I think it might have been. Can't get in it. Edwards love it. In underneath. He'll get the ball. Kick away. Back in the centre of ground. Looking for McCormick. He can't get there. Picked up though by Wade. Just gets a quick kick away. Danny Ruckett will be on the outer side of the ground. Nice little handball. Give away.
In the back.
Ball then goes to Yataki. He drives the ball forward. Belmont Lions, though, intercept. And the mark will be taken there by Timms.
Why would you not possibly pay that in the back? That's the worst I've ever seen.
Lyle Timms, a little bit of candy is sold and then gives the ball to Christian Jeffrey. Centre wing. Outer side of the ground. Right in front of that electronic scoreboard once again. That's right in our vision.
Jeez, they cost control of the ball, though, see?
Great mark by Canavan, half forward flank, long way from goal though. Big, strong lead out there coming from Miller. Can he get there or 2-on-1? Good defence there. Good defence by Van Zyl, but over the shoulder, said the umpire. Oh, I don't know.
different umpire. Pushing the back on the wing you just mentioned. Clearly pushing the back. Different umpire. Similar.
But it went to a Belmont play. The umpire had to pay that. That was a really, really bad one. A real bad one.
Shane Miller has the ball directly in front. He's going to kick from about 45 metres out. Kicks through the ball. Is he going to make the distance?
He's got it.
I'll tell you what. He has indeed. Shane Miller.
But I forgot.
So since quarter time, 10 goals to 2 to Belmont Lions. And as Andrew just mentioned, hit the front. From the centre clearance, it is kicked forward by the Corio side through Werner at centre half forward. Stacks on the mill. Front all day until this point, and no contest in the ruck on that occasion. Belmont Lions. That was a worse push in the back than the free kick. That's got the goal from Hutchison. Comes out and had a pot shot for goal, and it's touched.
Good job. But you know how you always make a couple of mistakes? The ones they have made have been whoppers.
Miller drives the ball back in long. Oh, Hune just couldn't quite bring the ball to ground. Comes to Gruby, though. He'll go out wide and find his Corio teammate who's going to drive the ball straight back into attack. It's a long kick. Over the back is Utaki. Oh,
beautiful mark.
Good mark over the back there. Who was that? A Cheney, was it? No, was it a Barry?
No, Barry O'Toole's got Sawyer.
Oh, it's Hutchison. That's who it is. That's Hutchison. Similar body shape. So Blake Hutchison.
Well, he got a ball through the goals a minute ago. It was touched on the line, so he's got a chance here from 1 metre.
Yeah, from 1 metre out, 45-degree angle. He should not miss this. Blake Hutchison. In he comes to correct for Corio. Indeed he does. So Blake Hutchison will kick his first goal. Corio
going on, so a bit of confusion in the middle. Ball comes down. Picked up on this occasion by Hunter. Goes long towards the full forward position. Back of the pack, Stewie back at full forward on the ground. But it's cleared by Belmont Lions towards centre wing. Mark not taken. Back of the pack, Cornwall. Handball over the top. Handball back. He's handballing himself in and out of trouble. Utakia gets a kick under pressure. And a great defensive mark wide. And they retain possession. And that's what they're going to need to do. 25 minutes gone the quarter. Last quarter was only 28 minutes. So
not a lot of goals scored, so
may well not be a long quarter. Ball towards centre wing. Canavan just too good, and Parker complaining about pushed it in the back, but umpire pays what he sees and didn't see it. That's centre half back now. Barry O'Toole, long handball to Lazarick, over the top to Parker. Now he's got the chance to go forward. Lovely looking kick. Not brought to ground, nearly the mark of the year, but ball comes clear for Belmont Lions towards centre wing. Lazarick diving forward in the centre square, has taken the mark. Just a little chip pass, not a good kick, and that's pretty ordinary play, but luck is a fortune. Comes to Cornwall. In the centre of the ground, goes towards full forward. Stewie, did he get a finger on the goal umpire? Did signal it was touched.
I think he did.
So the ball now, umpire in the way of play there. Berg, he can't get clear. Round the corner, it's a beautiful looking kick off the boot. That was 25 Corio, 11-3, 69 Belmont Lions. The Grandy Cycling Sports third quarter scoreboard, 27 minutes gone.
So it's a mark on the outer side of the ground, I think, to
Who knows?
Corio. No,
Who
it's to
knows?
Corio. Is it? No.
Yeah, it's the Corio.
Right in front of the scoreboard where we can't see. Kick into play. Right into the forward line, over the back. Oh, good solid mark there by Perry.
And that tells me it
fullback.
was out in the full.
Last
There
line of
wasn't one
defence.
Corio bloke flew there.
No.
Last line of defence was Perry. We'll bring the ball back out. Canavan a long way from home, up in a pack of 3 players. Comes out now, picked up off hands. Peg with the ball. He tries to get away and does too much and is pinged. Ball come to a Cheney. Play on, advantage Page. Stewart versus Perry. Stewart does the
That was fair.
shepherd, and it is a minor score to
Yeah,
Corio.
but what happened then was
Ball back into play, kicks to himself.
Gonna go down the
runs
middle.
away. There was no one on the mark for
wants to
Corio,
do
and
it
he goes
right.
straight down the
Oh,
middle.
he does.
And finds Tom Hunt. Hunt with the ball. He's going to come out wide looking for Canavan. One-on-one contest again. Uses his uses
too
his
good.
body well. Had to be a free kick. Didn't bring the
Lord,
ball to ground
saved.
and then interfered with badly. Comes off hands. Picked up there by Smith. Smith gets the kick away, drives back towards the centre-half forward position. Over the top comes Hun. Comes off hands. Then it comes to Lazarick. He looks for Stewart, sets him up. Stewie takes the mark. He takes the mark 20 metres out for goal. Gives the ball over the top to BJ O'Toole. Play on was called.
Good. 29 minutes gone in the quarter. Werner doing the ruck work, comes down and well roved by Hunter. Goes long towards full forward Stewart. Well, he roved that as a rover. One step Mark Stewart has gone.
Bill McGuinness has gone back into the ruck for the Belmont Lions side and will probably get the most of that. But they cannot answer because that is the three-quarter time siren. Corio 13-10-88 leading the Belmont Lions 11-3-69.